I also love seeing how other people
Mm.
interpret what they read and what they find from what they read. And so I came across this 5-star review on the book on Amazon. So if I may, I'm just going to read this one
Oh, sure, sure.
straight out, and I'll share some thoughts about it. This particular reader said that leadership is not merely about overseeing tasks or achieving material outcomes, but about the profound impact we have on others. Randy Hain challenges readers to be introspective and invest in their personal growth, as well as the development of those around them. This philosophy is beautifully encapsulated in the book's use of think, do framework, as opposed to the dreaded kind of ready, aim, aim, right? There's
Sure.
missing some action there. It urges leaders to balance reflection with actionable steps in their leadership journey. And what was interesting is I had just got through describing this book to someone else in the format of it's counteractive to the I just got to get through the day. I feel like
Mm.
we're in this. I just got to get through the day, and a lot of times it does really feel like we're ready, aim, and we come to the end of the day, and there was really no true action that had happened. And so
Mhm.
you start that next day in the same place, right? Because now we've been distracted. We've had hours in between whatever we were working on. We go home. We have things at home we have to take care of. And so we start the next day in the same place that we ended the last, of just, okay, we've got a plan, but we didn't actually take a step forward on that plan.
Yeah, yeah. Well, listen, that is a really interesting observation from this reader, and I'm really glad they shared it. Thank you for bringing it up.
Yeah.
It's a couple of things come to mind. So I really appreciate the comment. I read a lot of books, and so do you. We always are, trying to stay up on the latest leadership topics, and
Yeah.
I'm a sponge for learning.
Mhm.
But I find that a lot of the books I read spend chapter after chapter trying to set up the main point. They do try to get to the point, and then they talk about the point, but I often find that I'm missing the action part. What do I do with this? So I appreciate that you have stirred my intellect. I appreciate that you've got me thinking differently, but I want to do something with this. So even though I read those books, I don't often recommend them to my clients. And that's probably one of the reasons years ago I started writing the way that I do. I want to tell you that I think this is an interesting topic. I probably will even tell you that I struggle with it at times, or my clients do. And this is what you can do to be better at implementing this particular approach in your life. For instance, there's a chapter in the book on patience. Now, all of us could get better at patience, but there have been a lot of things written about patience. In that chapter, I give you 6 best practices to integrate patience into your daily routine. So, I guess, getting back to your question about, do I agree with the reader? I do. And I think this think, do sort of approach to the writing is something that I believe in. It's what I practice. Most of the people I work with every day, all the senior leaders in their teams, that's how they operate as well. So I love the theory. I'll read the big book. I'll read the 5,000 page book and all that. That's great. But I really, really, really am looking for something that will challenge me and give me a roadmap. And that's what this book will do. All my books will do is give you a roadmap to follow with things that you can try that not only are theory, they've been tried by me and others. That's another important point. So think do is not just theoretical action. These are things that I know work because I've seen them work for my life or for my clients. So yeah, I think do captures it well. And if you read my books, I just want to encourage you to be ready to be challenged, but I also want you to be ready to do some work. My books are not meant to just read and put down. I want you to read my books and implement what each chapter challenges you to do. I read another review that said you should read the book, read the chapter, and then put it down and take a couple of days, if not a week, to implement what you've just learned. I think that's a fantastic idea.